Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Smiles and I'm back with another video. So I think you all know that Bafana are through to the round of 16 like I said in my previous video, and we'll be facing Morocco on the 30th of Jan next week on Tuesday. Next week Tuesday. And I've been thinking about our opponents, Morocco. I've been thinking about them and the danger that they pose to us. Remember, this is a team that went to the semifinals of the World Cup, and these are hot favorites to win the Africa Cup of Nations. They must win. You know, especially after their historic performance at the World Cup. Everyone expect them to win. Even our game against them, I think everyone would bet Morocco will win the game, right? But I was thinking positively, and I kind of like, and I looked at the team and I felt like, no man, this team is not what it is. It's not what everyone alludes it to be. I don't think they are what they think they are. I don't know if you understand me. I don't think they are what they think they are. Um, this is a team that we can beat, and I will explain to you why. But before, guys, please um, like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, because an overwhelming 90% of you who watch these my videos basically are not subscribed, and you, by subscribing and like the video, will help this channel grow and go a long way, and we can do a lot more of this, and it's encouraging. Just your that like of yours will encourage me, to do more videos and to do more of what I've just done now. So yeah, getting into the news, getting into um the thick of things. Why I think this team is there for the taking. I mean, let me take you back to the World Cup. If you look at how Morocco played at the World Cup, they were more of a defensive team. They played more on transition. They and someone said it right, and I was watching this podcast. Someone said Morocco are good as underdogs, because then they can defend and come out as in transitions, which they do it very well. And someone that person went on to say that Morocco are like Tunisia. They are very defensive minded. Um, uh, they like I said, they perform well when they are underdogs, and when like for now they are expected to win and they are expected to dominate the match. I don't think they pose too much of a threat. I personally, I don't think they. This person was right in saying that they are very defensive minded, because when you look at how they played at the World Cup, they defended everyone was behind the ball, and when time allowed them, they took the opponents on transition. And in most cases, if you look at how they got their goals, it was via set pieces. They crossed the ball to Youssef El Nesiri, and with his height in the box, he poses. Um, he's very dangerous in the box. That's their main man. Ziyech, what Ziyech does is he cuts in, as he always does. Crosses, he always does that. He crosses to Youssef El Nesri, and he's the big guy. He can compete every time for the ball because of his height, his technique, and all that. He is very good in the air, which makes them very dangerous when it comes to set pieces, which is one of their strongest points. And um, and don't get me wrong, they do have good players. They do have good players, but I think this is a team that's very good when they play as I agree with the fact that with a person that said they are good when they play as underdog. This is a team that plays very well when they play as underdog, because they play a very defensive minded game. They are very good behind the ball and taking opponents on counters. But when they have to dominate the ball, when they are expected to dominate the ball, they are not as convincing. They are not as convincing. Honestly, they are not as convincing. And I looked back at the game we played against them when we won 2-1 at FMB. And I'm like, if you look at that game, we were calm, we played our game, even though you can say the first goal they gave us, really, the goalkeeper made a blunder there, but we could have scored more goals in that match. We just missed, like we always do, which is something we need to work on as Bafana. We need to work on our goal scoring opportunity. Every chance we get, we need to convert it. We need to take our chances, basically. But one thing I realized, if we play our game, they will have to be behind the ball. But can they? If they undermine us and we play our football, we can beat them. We can catch them, basically. That's what I'm saying. If we play our football, that passing football, but this time around we make sure that we put more balls up in the box and we try to take shots and all that. I think this team is there for the taking. And we make sure that we don't give them spaces, in terms of, we know the combination of Hakimi and Ziyech on the right. You make sure, I don't know how, they are coaches, they need to find a way. Everyone can see that combination. Find a way to block that combination. And as a left back myself, I know, if you have to, if you have, I'm not necessarily, I love playing left back, but I'm not necessarily a left back, yeah. But I'm not a professional footballer. So I'm just an amateur footballer, but I understand that role. And I understand when you're against a player like Ziyech, you have to give him, you have to show him that you have to close channel for him to go. The channels, how do I put this thing? Don't allow him to come inside. What you do is you open the space for him to come, you know, to go here on his weaker foot, right? You allow him everyone. I mean, I think if you're a footballer, you would know this. You open this side for him and see if he can come this side, and you close this one, because he likes to come in, you know, and use his strongest foot, which is his left foot is playing on the right. So if they have to know what to do with CH, and make sure we limit the number of crosses that the Moroccan team are going to make, because I've always been saying this since this tournament started with Bafana. If we are to concede goals, those goals will be coming from set pieces. Every corner that we concede, I don't want to lie to you, I feel something. I like it's I don't know how to say this. It's not nice watching Bafana defend set pieces. It's like with Banyana at the World Cup, every set piece was a goal scoring opportunity for opponents. And with Bafana, we can at least defend, but that's still an area where opponents can exploit us, and we need to be sharp on the day, especially coming up against a player like Youssef El Nesri, and how the Moroccans like to cross the balls and use the wings. And basically, that's their football. I don't think, yes, they have a player like Unahi who can make things happen in the midfield, but I believe in our midfield. The two holding midfielders, Stolle, even though Stolle hasn't been at his best, I don't think, I feel like I've seen a lot of people say that he's bad on all that, but I just feel like you haven't seen him. He can actually be at his best. He hasn't been at his best. And I feel like if he's at his best, and Mukwena if Mukwena as well must come to the party, as He hasn't been bad, but he can do better. He can do a lot more. I feel he can give us a lot more as well. So if those two and Tembazwan as well in the midfield comes to the party, we and play our football. And what we have to do with our football is we just have to make sure that when we, as much as we're trying to pass the ball and do those, movement, those sleeky movement that we always do in the midfield, make sure we try and surprise them. Like I said when I did the Tunisia preview, that we should just surprise them, to variate a bit. Sometimes play behind the defense, sometimes, pass your way to the goal, sometimes shoot, sometimes do something. That's what we should do. We should variate our play. Um, the way I saw us play against Mali in the first half, mix it with the way we played against Namibia the whole game. Mix that kind of, do what basically do what you need to do at the right time, and make sure you're defending as a unit as well, because the Moroccans can be aggressive. They want to win that game. Remember, they are favorite. They are the ones under pressure here. We Everyone, if you ask people around the continent, they're basically saying we're going to lose this game. But I don't think so. I think this game is there for the taking. Um, and one of their weakness, they don't have pace at the back. There isn't pace, and with the lightning pace that we have in our team, it can be an advantage for us. I don't know how they are going to play. When you play against us and you don't sit back, we are going to punish you. And I would have loved, and like I said in my previous video, to see Morena and Maseko playing at the same time. That would be something else. Just bring Percy as a sub. Bring Percy as a sub, and let's see what happens. I think starting Morena and Maseko would be very important for us against Morocco, because they don't have pace, and which is an area that we need to exploit against them. But nevertheless, guys, if you've reached this far, tell me what you think about what I just said. I think this Moroccan side, they are not what they think they are. We should not be. Their World Cup performance should not close our eyes. What am I saying? We should not be blinded by their World Cup performances. This team, as much as they have good players, they are there for the taking. Yeah, so tell me what you think in the comment section, like the video and subscribe, and let's grow the channel, guys. Let's grow the channel, and yeah, like the video, comment, and share with your friends there. See you in another one.